Today, I'm coming at you from Nova Scotia, and behind me in the distance, you will notice a Skali high cuboid. For those who watch the channel, you already know this is from lloyoll Prefabs. What we've got here is a show model that they've given me access to kind of tour around, because this is a model that, first of all, has never been on the channel, and second of all, it's got a customization that makes it even more unique. So what I think I'm gonna do is brush that fly off my head, and then I'm gonna get behind the camera, we'll walk up, I'll talk a little bit about this home, then we'll go inside and check it out. Let's do it. For anyone new to the channel who hasn't seen homes from lloyoll Prefabs before, you might be looking at this thinking, dang, that is a bold look. And you are absolutely correct. Their Skali series is finished with this weathering steel that comes out of the factory, kind of a grayish black, but within a day or two it starts morphing into what you see here. We are near the ocean. That is the Atlantic down there in the distance. So the salt in the air hits it, and this is the result, which I think looks quite cool. If you want a bold look, if you don't, they've also got their Salty series as well as their Sitka series, which are both wood siding. So you've got options. You don't have to go with the boldest of the bold, but for those that want it, here it is. Have a look around the front here. So this is the main bedroom on this side, and then you can see they've got sliding glass doors out of the living room and more windows into the living space that's kind of right in the middle of the home. I'm going to tour back around the other way, get a full look. Sorry, this is uneven ground. I'm doing my best to keep the house in frame and not trip. Maybe not my finest work, but I did stay upright, so there's that. Another thing that's cool that they do at lloyoll is no gutters, no downspouts. They've got these that take the water from the roof down beside the home. Now, this home is set up as a show model, so it has power, but it isn't completely finished inside, and it isn't staged, but it does give us everything we need to see the inside of the home, which is all we really care about anyways. Let's take a quick minute here to just enjoy this view. The Atlantic down there, and I've been told somewhere in there, there's a surf break. I'm gonna go check it out after this, but I don't have my surfboard, so I'll likely just be drooling at whatever's going on out there. All right, so if we look on this side, up here, that's one side of the loft. There's the other side, and then down below there's kind of a flex space, we'll call it. It'll make more sense when we go inside, so I don't want to spend too much time talking about it out here. We've got a window in the front door, a window up above, lots of natural light going into this model. Let's go inside and check it out. So as you enter into the high cuboid, you are met with this dramatic feature wall that has the stove fireplace there, and to the right is the bathroom. I'm going to come back to that. Let's start in the living space and kitchen. So right over here we've got the grayish countertops against the birch cabinets and the birch panels up above. Most of the wood in here I believe is birch. They also do Douglas fir and maple, so that is available. Let's check out this kitchen. They've got the peninsula coming out here, which if you had the stool on this side, you've got the view out the double door straight out to the Atlantic, which is pretty cool. It's still a little bit foggy down there, but it has lifting. That view is just going to get better and better. Above the doors, two more windows letting in lots of natural light. As far as the kitchen goes, right here, we've got a dishwasher. You've got the sink with the black faucet there. Typical stuff under. A little bit of storage there. Corner cabinet right there. Good place for the Costco-sized bags of chips. Now, right here we've got a window, and I never thought of this until I was talking to Jonathan, but he mentioned the good thing about having a window like this is if someone's approaching the home at night and say you don't have a dog, you're gonna get the headlights through this window. It's gonna flicker up against, you know, anything on this side, and it's gonna kind of let you know that someone's coming to your house. So we've got the gas or propane cooktop here. It's Bosch, a little bit of storage in the form of pots and pans drawer right underneath. And then we've got a bank of 3 to the left of that. This is where I'd put the cutlery. They've got warranty information and stuff in there. We don't need to go through every one. This is the microwave shelf here. Nice to get it off the counter. And they've got 3 cabinets up above. Now, you might be sitting there wondering, well, hang on a second. Where's the fridge? Everything they do at Loyal Prefabs is covered, so they've got the matching door, so it just kind of blends into the woodwork. That's the fridge. Down below, you've got the freezer. And then moving along, a little more storage here. But we've got a washer dryer in there. I was wrong. Definitely not a pantry. This is where they've got the stacking washer dryer. And beside that is the water heater. There you go. If we look up, you will see a bit of a loft there, and it kind of loops around up above what is the second bedroom. So I mentioned that this is a custom high cuboid, and what they did was extend it by 5 feet, and that made enough room for this ensuite in the main bedroom. Typically the high cuboid's 42 feet, but this one sits at 47 feet, which allows for this space right here. It's one of 2 full 3-piece bathrooms in this home. So you got the walk-in tile shower. This is a little bit different. I stayed in one just up the street, and it had 2 walls that were wood, but you can see every wall in this bathroom is tiled, and I like it. I think it's a cool look. Now, check out that sink. Definitely noteworthy there. You've got the mirror with storage behind and a couple cabinets below. Also noteworthy, black toilet. How are you? This is just a really cool looking bathroom with the full tile. You got the black hardware and the copper sink. I like that a lot. So normally in the high cuboid, you would just have this single bathroom right here. So let's have a look at that. It's very similar, if not an exact replica that's flipped side to side. So don't need to spend too much time in here. As far as places to sleep go, right off the living room, we have got a loft that has 2 beds. One there. Ooh, look at the views out of there. Beautiful. Another one there. And then this is the flex section that I was talking about. So down below the loft, they've just got a couple chairs sitting here. But this is somewhere where you could put like a futon or a Murphy bed so that you can have it to sit in during the day, and then at night make it another place to sleep. So if you think about it, you've got the 2 loft beds. You could put a bed in here that sleeps 3 quite easily, and then the main bedroom makes it 4. In here you do have a little bit of storage right here. There you go. And it does fully close off. So this is a pocket door, but look at this. One's not going to do it. There's 2, possibly 3. Yeah, there is going to be a 3rd door come out. And that, I'm not even going to call that a door. That's a pocket wall. I didn't quite do it all the way, so it's coming back. But this is a pocket wall, folks. 3 panels coming out to fully close that off. It's going to be hard for me to get up onto this loft and make the video look good, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to do it. I'm trying to work with one hand here, and then I'll have to sort of shuffle, but I do want to get a look at what's behind here. So just bear with me. That's not as bad as I thought. Okay, so yeah, you could easily put another bed in here if you wanted to, making 4 single beds easily, and the main bedroom, so sleeping for 6 minimum in a 658 square foot. Okay, so this isn't as graceful going back down, so hang on. It is what it is. Whoo-wee, I'm out of breath. Give me a second. I'll just put you in front of the view for a second. I'm not sure why I'm so out of breath, but here we are. Okay, Forgot to mention the backsplash, and definitely should, because it looks awesome and matches the feature wall you see right when you come in. Heading down this direction, we come into the main bedroom. The bed and the built-ins are both built right in the Loyal Prefabs factory. They do all of that woodworking in-house. So you've got night table, place to hang clothes, and then holy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cabinets up above before you get to the exact same thing on this side. Let's take a look in here. Nice drawer below the night table, place to charge your things right there as well. Let me spin us around. You've got the sliding glass door. Obviously, I'm not going to go out there right now because it's a long drop, but sun's coming out, view's getting better. This place is cool. You might be wondering, how much does something like this cost? This looks quite deluxe, and you're absolutely right. The base price on this is about $419,000 Canadian. I don't have the USD conversion off the top of my head, but I will look it up and put it somewhere on the screen. There you have it, folks. The Skali high cuboid from Loyal Prefabs, 658 square foot custom model with the second bathroom. That concludes my annual trip out to Nova Scotia. You might want to consider subscribing to the channel because I'm heading back to the West Coast, and there's a lot of exciting stuff going on there as well. Now, for those wondering, I get a lot of people asking in the comments what I'm wearing for a t-shirt, and Cuts Clothing has decided to give everyone who watches my channel 20% off their clothing. This is Pima cotton. It's as soft as something that's extremely soft, all right? I can't think of it right now, but if you want 20%, you can use discount code CARRY at checkout. I'll put the link down below in the description. This is their split hem. I usually run a curve hem, but I'm living on the edge. What can I say? Hope you enjoyed the tour. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.